Ladies and gentlemen of the American jury, you know, the founding fathers set up 3 branches of government. They set up the executive branch, the legislative branch, and the judiciary. Those of you that may not know that, they borrowed that from a Frenchman. Not just French fries we got from France, it was Montesquieu, right? But as America developed very early on, and in fact the founding fathers used the media. They used these newspapers. The media has always been the 4th branch of government. At least it used to be, but it's not anymore. We know what the media did in the last presidential election. But what really blows me away here in Cincinnati, in the tri-state, and it's sad, is that I watch the news. I'm a news junkie. I watch the news, I read the news. And by the way, I want to give the Enquirer props. I did in my newsletter today for their great stories about the heroin addiction. 4-part series on heroin addiction. Serious journalism. But then I'm watching every night of them talking about the Butler County prosecutor charging the groundhog for some crimes, okay? And I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I have a sense of humor. I like Jon Stewart, Stephen Colbert. In fact, that's part of my shtick when I'm on the radio. But it blows me away that I have I filed a lawsuit on, been trying to get the media to report on this little girl named Haley Reuter. Little Haley Reuter, when she was 6 months old, had a procedure for her cranial stenosis on her head. I won't get into all the details. But the bottom line is the surgeons at Children's Hospital did not reveal to the parents that they were going to use something called BMP2, which is a bone morphogenic protein that Medtronic makes. And what they did is they put this in this little girl's skull, and as a result, year after year goes by, the little girl's brain's growing, her skull's not growing. Tragic, tragic. And the mom finally finds a doctor that listens to her, finds out that there's something wrong, finds out it's BMP2, takes it out, but it's too late. This little girl is never going to be the same. It's tragedy. And not only did this mom fight for her, this mom put together, and I put the link in my newsletter, a 10-minute video telling the whole story. It is incredible. Now, here is the bottom line. Now, I want to tell you, everybody think I run to the media all the time. Nah, I don't run to the media all the time. But I can tell you right now, I use the media when I know there's something that's going to be of interest to them, and it's the great equalizer. I fight Goliath every day, and you know what? If the media helps me fight them, so be it. But get this, folks. In Cincinnati, at Children's Hospital, they performed an experimental procedure without telling the parents, no informed consent, parents had no idea, that has permanently cost this little girl the life that she would have had. Permanently, okay? I have sent that link. I have sent this story to Channel 5, 9, 12, 19, and the Enquirer. Who, by the way, the Enquirer hasn't even covered, nor has Channel 9, they've not even covered the butcher of Pakistan, Dr. Durrani, which is another interesting thing. Why wouldn't the media be on that like green on grass if there's a local tri-state orthopedic surgeon that's doing unnecessary spine surgeries on people? By the way, he also uses BMP2 inappropriately. So anyway, there hasn't been a single story. I've sent it to Dateline. I got friends there. I sent it to Geraldo. I got friends there. Not a single national, regional, or local media outlet will do a story about an experimental procedure at Children's Hospital that cost a little girl the life she was going to have. The parents want to talk about it. They're anxious to do an interview. I'm anxious to do an interview about it. That's not news. It's not news. Not news. And see, I'm smart. I'm media savvy. You know what the angle is? The angle is this. Not just the Reuters. How many experimental procedures go on in this country at university-type hospitals and other hospitals all across this country every day, like little Haley Reuter, and we have no idea they're happening. See, that's the bigger question. If I'm going to have a story, it's got to be more than about something that's my selfish interest. people contact me all the time. Hey, can you talk about this on the radio? And it's got to be of public interest. Public interest. I got to ask you, ladies and gentlemen of the American jury, is an experimental procedure that leads to permanent brain damage to a 6-month-old child, she's now 3, is that of public interest? How it happened? Why it happened? How come the parents weren't told? Is it still going on? Have they changed their procedures? Does Children's Hospital condemn this? They don't condemn this. And here's why, now here's the punchline. Here's why none of them have done anything. Money. Money and reputation. Money because Children's Hospital advertises on all those media outlets. And they say to themselves, well, Children's Hospital is a venerable institution here in the tri-state, and therefore we can't run a story. Now, here's my statement about that, ladies and gentlemen of the American jury, and I use this all the time in a trial. If the Pope, or Billy Graham, or Bush if you're a Republican, Obama if you're a Democrat, if they run a red light and crash into somebody and kill them, are we supposed to ignore that because of who they are? Nope. What if Barack Obama or George Bush or the Pope or Billy Graham robbed the bank, did something criminal? We let them go because who they are? No. See, I call it the way I see it. Good people sometimes do bad things. They just got to pay up for that. And we factor in the fact that they do good things. That's all we do. When did we ever decide that because somebody is this or an institution is that, they get a free ride? You should be raising hell right now with me why the local media has not done that story. Little Haley Reuter deserves it.